This brand's most famous ads almost never show the product it's actually selling. Instead, it sells a feeling, and that feeling built one of the most valuable brands on earth. This company is worth tens of billions of dollars today. The secret isn't better shoes. It's a story about who you could become while wearing them. One coach's kitchen experiment with a waffle iron quietly became the seed of a global empire.
This is the story of how a brand built an empire by selling belief, not just shoes.
How does a company sell shoes? By talking about almost everything except the shoes.
Most athletic brands compete on cushioning and traction. This one competed on emotion. So what is the hidden formula behind this quiet, emotional empire? To understand the answer, we have to go back to a track coach, his runner, and a waffle iron. In the early 1960s, most athletic shoes were heavy, imported, and barely designed for real performance. One college track coach believed his runners deserved something lighter, faster, and better made. He spent years quietly tinkering with shoe designs, determined to shave off even a few ounces.
Meanwhile, one of his former runners had traveled to Japan and found a shoemaker worth betting on.
He believed those imported shoes could outperform anything made in the United States at the time.
In 1964, the two men started a small company, selling those imported shoes out of the back of a car. Word of mouth among runners spread quickly. One pair, one race, one conversation at a time.
It was small, it was scrappy, and it would eventually build one of the most recognized brands in the world.
By the early 1970s, the coach was still experimenting, this time with his wife's waffle iron.
The waffle-patterned grooves gripped the track, unlike anything else runners had ever worn.
In 1971, the company took on a new name, inspired by the Greek goddess of victory.
A design student sketched a simple curved logo for just $35, a bargain that became priceless. Runners across the country began seeking out the new shoe by name, drawn by its unmatched grip.
In the 1980s, the company made a bold bet, sponsoring a young basketball player before he became a legend.
That single partnership turned a shoe line into a cultural phenomenon almost overnight.
In 1988, a short, blunt slogan launched a campaign that would define the brand for decades.
That campaign didn't describe a single product. It simply told people to act.
Within a decade, the small waffle-soled shoe company had become a global sports empire.
Growth alone doesn't explain the loyalty. Something deeper was being built into every campaign.
Its most memorable commercials rarely showed a shoe up close at all.
It wasn't about convincing you the shoe was better. It was about convincing you that you could be.
That emotional promise turned a simple morning run into something that felt larger than life. The same instinct for emotional storytelling from that first campaign scaled into a global identity. Executives were reportedly told never to sell a feature when they could sell a feeling instead. And because the brand tied itself to genuine athletic achievement, fans felt like they belonged to something.
And that kind of loyalty doesn't need a spec sheet to keep growing.
global brand recognition here rivals almost any company in any industry, not just sports.
Its real advertising is the quiet determination of the people already wearing its shoes. Here is the rule that changes everything. Sell the story of the athlete, not the stitching of the shoe. Most brands lead with numbers. This one leads with a story and lets the numbers stay quiet. Enormous budgets go into short films built entirely around perseverance, not product features.
That imbalance is deliberate, and it's exactly why competitors struggle to copy the formula.
Every campaign is built around a single, deceptively simple question. What does this moment feel like?
Even inside stores, the story comes first, and the product simply sits beneath it.
That storytelling, layered on top of genuine product quality, quietly commands premium prices most competitors can't match.
This company treats every product as a supporting character in someone else's bigger story.
Every shoe sold is really just the visible proof of a much larger emotional promise. And because the emotional promise so often comes true, customers keep believing in the next campaign. It's a complete reversal of how a footwear company was ever supposed to sell its products. But this storytelling strategy alone doesn't explain everything hidden behind this quiet, devoted following. Long-term athlete partnerships are structured to feel like genuine relationships, not simple paid endorsements.
Because the brand's biggest athletes still feel human. Everyday customers see a version of themselves in them.
Sponsorship deals with teams, leagues, and events quietly place the brand at the center of sport itself.
These aren't accidents. They are deliberate, hidden mechanics behind every shoe drop and every campaign.
The moment before a run, this brand wants you to feel like you're stepping into your own highlight reel. That aspirational identity quietly turns a solo hobby into a shared, motivating community. Some customers treat their sneaker collection almost like a personal trophy case.
This isn't manipulation in the traditional sense. It's storytelling that genuinely inspires people to move.
Because the company only wins long-term if customers feel genuinely proud of what they've achieved.
That's a rare kind of emotional consistency in advertising, and it's incredibly hard to copy.
Competitors can copy the shoe design. They can copy the price point. They cannot easily copy decades of earned emotional trust.
And inspiration, once earned at scale, becomes the ultimate business moat.
Let's break down exactly how the money actually flows through this empire.
Most revenue still comes from selling footwear, followed closely by apparel and accessories.
A growing share of sales now happens directly through the brand's own stores and app, not through outside retailers.
That direct relationship lets the brand control both the story and the price far more tightly.
Multiplied across thousands of stores and millions of app users, that strategy generates tens of billions of dollars a year.
Beyond its core brand, the company also owns and licenses additional footwear and apparel labels.
Each product category reinforces the same overarching story, encouraging customers to buy across the whole brand.
It's not one shoe. It's an entire cultural ecosystem built around a single emotional promise. And every single piece reinforces the same simple promise. Greatness is something you decide to chase.
This is a business model most competitors have tried and struggled to fully replicate at the same scale.
But no empire grows without serious challenges along the way. Labor practices across the global manufacturing supply chain drew sustained public and media attention for years.
Global shipping disruptions and rising tariffs added unexpected costs to an already complex supply chain.
New competitors, offering trendier designs and lower prices, chipped away at market share in key categories.
A prior shift away from traditional retail partners left gaps that competitors quickly filled, forcing a course correction.
Even loyal customers began noticing when familiar designs started feeling a little too familiar.
New leadership responded with a renewed focus on performance products and sharper storytelling once again. And yet, through every challenge, the underlying emotional connection kept the business remarkably resilient.
Now, this empire is quietly rebuilding itself around deeper digital and direct-to-consumer experiences.
Fitness tracking apps and personalized training tools are reshaping the relationship far beyond a single purchase.
New sustainable materials are quietly being tested to reduce the brand's environmental footprint. Speculation continues to swirl around entirely new categories of performance gear still under quiet development.
New flagship stores keep opening in growing international markets at a steady pace. For longtime customers, years of shared training data have quietly become a personal record of their own progress.
The empire isn't just surviving the future. It's quietly building itself to define it.
But the biggest lesson here has nothing to do with footwear at all. This company proved that selling a feeling can build more loyalty than selling a feature ever could.
A story, when built patiently into the structure of a business, becomes almost impossible to imitate. The lesson isn't just for athletic brands. It's for anyone building something meant to inspire, not just sell.
Sometimes the fastest way to grow is to stop selling the product and start selling the possibility.
And build something people lace up every morning, chasing a version of themselves they haven't met yet. This is how a waffle iron, a coach, and a runner built an empire that never really talks about shoes.